Hello friends, you're watching India Today Tech, and in this video we're going to unbox the new smartphone from Kult, the Kult Beyond. The company has launched one more smartphone before, the Kult 10, and this is the second smartphone from the company, and it's already selling electronic equipments like earphones and speakers. As far as the specification goes, the phone has a 5.2-inch HD IPS display, a 30 megapixel camera in the rear and a 30 megapixel camera in the front as well. It has 3 GB of RAM and 3000 mAh battery. The phone is powered by a MediaTek 6737 chipset. There's also a fingerprint scanner at the back, and the phone is made out of metal. It runs the Android 7.0 Nougat out of the box and has 3 slots, 2 of which take the SIM card and 1 takes a micro SD card. The phone supports 4G on both of them. There is ODG support as well, and the internal memory is 32 GB, which is expandable up to 32 GB as well. Also, the display has HD resolution, but it's an on-cell display, which means the touch will be fused to the display and has a 2.5D glass on the top. Also, talking about the pricing and availability, the phone sells for around 6,999 and will go on sale on Amazon exclusively. So this is the smartphone. The camera at the top is visible and it's placed at the center, and it has a metal unibody design, though the finish at the back is slightly soft and quite similar to the rubber back that we have seen on other phones. We'll quickly turn on the phone and remove the top cover. Let's go around the phone quickly. It has a microphone at the bottom, volume rocker at the right side with lock button, a micro USB port at the top, and a 3.5mm audio jack. At the back there is a big camera module with dual tone LED flash, and there is a fingerprint sensor at the bottom as well. The speakers are also placed at the back and not at the bottom. Even at front, the phone has dual tone LED flash accompanying the front camera, and the earpiece is given small area beside the front camera. At the bottom also I see a leverage, which means the phone's back cover can be opened. So this is not a unibody design as we were thinking. Okay, so the full cover can be removed to access probably the battery and the slots, which explains the missing card slots that would have been ejected using an ejector tool. So here we are. The battery is not removable, as you can see. It is sealed inside, but there are 3 slots, 2 for SIM card and 1 for the micro SD. Note that the phone will be taking full SIM cards and not the nano or the micro size. So let's check the other contents of the box and we'll come back to the phone. There is a quick start guide which gives you the information about the setup. Then there is an adapter, a travel adapter, a small box that must be containing the USB cable. Yes, it's a USB cable, and there are no earphones in the box. Okay, so now let's take a look at the phone. Okay, so we have set up the phone, and the first thing that you will notice is that it uses a fairly native build of stock interface, which means it is running Android 7.0 and the interface is fairly untouched, and what you will find on other phones that are running stock interfaces. There is an app drawer, the apps listed inside. There is a search bar on top, and the notification shade, as you can see, is also very similar. The settings menu is simple and smooth, and the apps are opening quite flawlessly, though we'll be doing a full review and we'll be letting you know the complete performance and experience of the device, but for now it seems fairly smooth. The touchscreen is also very smooth and quite precise for a smartphone at this price. The multitasking also seems to be working fine, and the phone does support dual window or multi-window, as you would know. on the Android 7.0. Okay, so now let's check the fingerprint scanner on the phone. I've set up the fingerprint scanner, and you need to place the finger properly inside because the back cover does create a slight distance between the sensor and the cover. So to place it right there, and you can see it's quite slow. It does take a moment to register and almost more than a second to unlock the phone, which is quite bad because if we compare it with smartphones like the Redmi 4, the specs seem to be alright, but the fingerprint scanner in this case is not as fast as the Redmi 4. Also, let's check the camera quality on the phone. The app is fairly simple to use. It's more like the iPhone than what we have seen on Android, stock Android, but that would do as far as the shutter lag or the operating experience of the camera app is simple. The shutter lag is not much given it runs the MediaTek 6737, and the exposure controls are also given at the thumb. Now let's check. This is the old interface of the settings menu. Now let's also check the focus on the phone. The autofocus seems to be a little slow, but seems to be working fine. Touch to focus also works pretty decently. It's not as fast as you've seen on the Redmi 4, but it's fairly good and locks focus. We also do the testing in the low light to let you know the performance. Let's take a photo and check the details that we get. So it's a 30 megapixel sensor, so the details should be fairly good, and as you can see it is fairly good, but the amount of light we have here is also good. So we'll let you know the full performance of the camera in low light, but for now it seems to capture good amount of details, and the color is also quite accurate. Let's also check the front camera on the phone. The front camera on the phone is also a 13 megapixel sensor, and it comes with flash as well. So the amount of light and the amount of details captured by the camera is also quite good. I would say at this price the camera works quite well. And let's also check the display quality on the phone. So the colors appear to be nice, and the brightness is also ample. The phone has quite great amount of brightness, as you can see. We're just running it on medium brightness right now, and the viewing angles are quite nice. So our first impressions of the Kult Beyond are fairly surprising. The phone is quite handy and light. It does have all the features that you would expect of a 7000 phone that in fact were missing on phones like the Moto C that didn't come with the proximity sensor. The phone also has an emergency feature and gesture support, and compared to the Redmi 4 for example, the phone comes with stock Android interface which is clean and doesn't have many third-party apps and is very basic stock interface that you would find on many other high-end phones. Given the fact that Kult is selling this phone for just rupees 6,999 seems to be a fair deal, but the company itself is not very old, though it does say it has 750 service centers across India. So we'll be doing a full review of the phone, and we'll also be writing in detail about the company as well. So stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and if you've liked this video, do share it and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.